Well, 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 well. Do not adjust your screen. The silver fox is back and ready for action. But before we do that, the tactician has a few words he wants to start this show off with.
What's
Juan?
going on, y'all? What's going on? Now, all my Falcon fans, put your red and black in the chat right now. We about to have a sobering up moment. Um, uh, Skanks, Skanks content creators, Skanks fans. Uh, gonna give y'all some mathematics right quick. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of this. Oh, we beat the Falcons. Oh, who sweeping the Falcons? Nobody. We don't have to because the win y'all got doesn't matter. Okay, that's number one. Your win didn't change shit, but one little number on the board. We're still in first place and we're still third in the conference. Y'all didn't do shit. Okay. So if y'all
Mm,
trolls come on in here and get some of this work, because even when you win, you still lose. Because ain't nobody going to sit up here and worry. Ain't nobody worried about no daggone what? What is it?
3-7.
Yeah, 3 and 7. I mean, yeah, who's worried about that? Nobody worried
Living
about that.
on a memory.
And y'all and you
Ooh.
can't. And the sad thing is, you can't lead the NFC South because we lead it.
Drifting on a
So
memory.
so yeah, y'all won the game.
Ooh.
Congratulations, y'all played football, and you barely won the
Maybe,
damn game to begin with. But that's another topic for another day.
ain't no
Um,
place I'd rather be than with
right,
you.
right,
Yeah.
Well,
right. So
loving you.
all y'all coming in here with y'all explanations as to what the Falcons are doing. Just say we still run the South, so it doesn't matter. You know, I just want to give y'all a sobering reminder that y'all really didn't do shit. But okay, you won the game. Here's a butt cookie. There's a butt cookie. Now, Falcons fans,
Not the bud.
yeah, y'all getting a butt cookie. Falcons fans, okay, I'm gonna give y'all a sobering reminder too, because some of y'all been acting real out of pocket. Yes, we lost yesterday. Get off of Cool's nuts. I'm gonna tell you why. Cool didn't lose us the game, and y'all gonna disagree. I don't give a shit. Go back and look at the game. Cool did not lose the game. Okay, we lost the game as a team, but there's one particular play that lost us the game. Now, mind you, we played bad all game. We had good spots. How you start sometimes is how you finish, and we got one of them sober moments. But if y'all go back in the fourth quarter and look, and I'm gonna ask y'all a question. If Kuz missing the field goals was the end of the game, why did we have opportunities after Kuz to win the game? Number one. Number two, if we would have kept running the ball instead of trying to force the ball, that interception wouldn't have happened and we would have scored. That was an unstoppable drive on the ground by Bijan and Tyler. And Mike, K Styles, and myself, as well as the rest of the AFN family, have told you stop going away from what works. Be the hot hand. They went away from what worked, and here's the result. Y'all like to put the loss on the person at the point in time in the game that you do not like. Yes, he should have made those 9 points. Yes, I'm not giving him a pass. But to say that he caused the game, us to lose the game, nah. We had opportunities after that. And now one person in here can sit up here and justify that those opportunities were any more egregious than them missed field goals. because some of y'all gonna harp on the fact that we got $80 million quarterback. He should have been able to make the proper throw. Yeah, but guess what? You hurry any quarterback in the NFL, they throw those type of passes. Even Mahomes. But we blaming Koo because we figured, well, if Koo would have made those 9 points, then we wouldn't have this thing. Well, guess what? You still got to play the end of the game. So if Koo would have made those 9 points and we still messed up, guess what? They still could have won the game. So, yeah, it's a chin check for both of us. Mike and them going to break it down, but if you haven't, go back and watch the game. They weren't stopping us on that drive. And when Kirk threw that ball, Kirk tried to force it. And guess what happened with the defense? They Jesse Bates'd us. The same way we watched Derek Carr that last game and Jesse picked it off, they did the same thing. Why? Because Kirk was staring down a receiver. Go back and do your homework. Y'all got it, brothers.
Well. But what's going on, man? What's going on, man? As you already know, the Originators Monday here on a Veterans Day to everybody. Shout out to all our veterans who have previously served, currently serve, and the ones that are no longer with us, as we always want to show our appreciation to our military for sacrificing everything they can to give us the freedom that we have right now.
That's it.
So, like I said, I want everybody to give a hand clap or a thumbs up in the chat for all our veterans who may be watching this show right now.
Right.
So,
right.
Again, give y'all
shout
a couple
out to y'all, man, for the sacrifice.
I'm clapping booties. I'm clapping my hands. Just so y'all know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not, not Mike.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
Right.
That was a personal shot at one, y'all. Okay,
or salute. Yeah. Yeah. Shut.
All right. The tactician got the magic fingers. That's all. All right, that's all.
Yeah, man. So definitely.
Yeah, we shouting out to you too, 3 Dirty. You sacrifice too. Salute, we salute you, bro.
Exactly. We talking about real soldiers. We ain't talking about street soldiers. We talking about real soldiers.
Real. Right.
But we're going to give a shout out to the people that's in here right now. Let's kick this off. We got engine number 9, Nathan Floyd, Brian Peoples, Reggie 2K, Daniel Berry Sports Highlight, Keyshawn Bland, Pat Norris. We got Sonia, Campaign Gino, D Sloan, Cash Lusters, Southside, like I said, 3 Dirty, Georgia, Texas, boy, Joseph Thornton, Hucklebuck 71, that's a name I ain't seen in a while. Terrell Thomas, Tony Wright, Strapped Up 24.
Dude. Congrats, Jew.
Yeah, boy. And we got Michael in the building. And we got Jew in here. King Haji. Yeah, Southside, man. We were singing the beams. Oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and hit it.
We did.
Please come home. We got beans and bologna.
Mike, I know, Mike. I know you saw this. I laughed when I saw it.
Oh yeah. We did sign Lamar Jackson. Yeah. All right, man, Mike, man. That concludes what, man? Let you go ahead and finish it off, man. What does that conclude?
I
Now,
was gonna do it longer, but
now, this right here was some of the most. This was one of the most pettiest ass moves I think I've ever seen Terry Funk Nobel. I
Right.
gotta start off with this. That man said, "Oh, y'all want Lamar Jackson? Here you go." You didn't
And guess
specify
what?
what. And guess what?
He gets to run around.
All right, man. Speaking of that, man, we talk about the new signing, man. I'm gonna let Mike go ahead and run point on this one, man. The new signee, Mr. Lamar Jackson.
you gonna give me the bullshit to talk about. That's so fucked up.
Hey, I ain't shit. You know that's the best way to do this show.
What the fuck?
What I was. See, the question that I'm asking, the question I'm asking is with them signing another corner,
Mhm.
what does that say? Oh yeah, that's right, because I forgot Mike Hughes had that neck injury in this game. So
Mhm.
is this one of those
Yeah.
Yeah.
moves just to kind of fill in a spot for somebody that's a veteran?
I think so, man.
It's disrespectful.
Y'all ain't worth a shit.
Man, for the love of God, boy, when they saw, I know somebody that also saw that Lamar Jackson name to the Falcons, but I know some motherfucker creamed on themselves like, where's the?
They're trying to get a practice squad of all things. Practice squad.
Yeah.
hmm Well, from what I heard in the press conference, he had a neck he had a
Oh.
neck abrasion, but he's cleared. He's clear. He's cleared, but I think they just got him on precautionary protocol right now.
Like
Okay.
anytime there's a neck injury, the chances of you getting a concussion increases. So like you always want to kind of keep those and
hmm
those neck injuries can be the gateway to other issues, and that's one. So yeah, man, the Falcons have a good. They have a good. They definitely have a good secondary. Clark came in, he did his thing, and filled in. I can never say that word.
Abernathy.
Yeah. Micah Abernathy.
No. I'm trying to say the word. I don't know how to say the fucking word.
Abrasion.
Abrasion.
Yeah, neck abrasion.
No. He filled in Abernathy. How the hell you say that shit? I don't.
Inadvertently.
No, it's aberrant. I
Oh,
hope I'm saying it right.
yeah,
Abernathy.
I know what you're talking about.
That's one word I can't say.
Admirally. Yeah,
Admirally.
admirally. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to
Okay.
say.
Well,
Yeah.
I was about to say,
I
I thought you was gonna say
can't.
ass hat or something. I'm like, what?
Admirably. Okay. All right. Thank you, Nathan.
Look, man. After 5 o'clock, man, everybody words get jumbled.
Damn. Whoa! I didn't say this.
You know what?
Whoa! He told me I ain't said. He said it. Wow.
Nope.
I can't say that. I can't say. I've always had. I can never say that word. Admirably.
Admirally.
Admirably. That word be kicking my ass, y'all.
Look, I'm about to say the power of Christ compels you.
Oh, man. Look, let me tell y'all something. It's after 5 o'clock. If somebody come up and ask you a dictionary word, you ain't gonna do it.
I'm not the only one that can't say a fucking word. I know I'm not. Don't try to act like
look, I know some words out there I'm gonna jumble up. Look, I'm proud of it.
Ooh boy. I already look. Look.
Look,
I know there's some damn words I can't say.
look,
That's
I
why.
look,
That's
I
why I
watched
use
everybody
simplified terms of it.
we ain't had but 3, 4, 5 channels in goddamn 1980. All right. We had
Listen. You were. It was a.
don't try
It
to
was.
play me like I'm the only one.
Look. It was a privilege to see the Electric Company and Schoolhouse Rock. Don't play. That was luxury.
That's because I had problems saying Massachusetts.
See,
Massachusetts.
See, I'm
Look. Hey, Mike. I tell y'all what.
I'm the only one who can't say words.
Nah. I tell y'all what. Some of y'all go ahead and say indubitably. Yeah, say that.
See, I'm not even going
indubitably.
I can say that one. But that ad word, yeah. I can't say that one.
See, I had hooked on monkey phonics when I grew up.
So wait a minute, K-Style. Every time you get the word right, it go.
No. Remember when you get it right, you had the monkey playing on the drum.
Yeah. Oh man.
You know what? See, you had that horror monkey, that one that be staring at you in the dark. Yeah.
No, that definitely a reference to South Park for those that missed that episode.
Man.
But yeah, man, shoot. I can't spell what the hell. I don't even like reading like that. But yeah, it was kind of weird. They always said I was the smart kid that hated to read.
That's a conundrum.
That's so dang true. If you know him, that's true.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and get right into the topic at hand today, man. Man, it's the day after. This is I wouldn't necessarily. This is somewhat of a crash out Monday. A lot of people are still upset about this loss. Oh, wait a minute. Michael said Mike didn't watch Sesame Street.
See some.
Sesame Street.
No, I ain't watching it. I don't know what
Look, let me tell you something. If you's in the street, you ain't trying to see something. So that ain't the street you want to go down. That's not the street you want to be on. You don't want to be on Street. That's how you get hurt.
You gonna get see some of everything.
Yeah, right. Boy, somebody gonna see something about you. Don't go down that street.
Oh man, oh wow, boy.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it, man. I think with this crash, I think we needed a good laugh to start off the show, man. Yeah, like you said, so we got crash out Monday. Unfortunately, Falcons didn't come up with the dub yesterday. Plenty of opportunities that were missed outside of missed field goals. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and Mike, I'm gonna let you go ahead and run point on this part right here. Since I made you go through the bullshit first, I'm gonna let you run point with this one, man.
As far as the
how you feeling? How you feeling right now? After
see. Let me just give you people a kind of a day in life inside of my head. See, I'm a perfectionist. So little small things irk me. It may be small to you, but in my head, it's oh boy, I'm losing my mind. And these are the things as far as just being ahead or heads of our organization, so to speak. Like these are the types of things that irks me when I see the same mistakes over and over and over again. Like I don't like to see this. That's why, like for me, sometimes you'll see me do 2-3 hour live shows because like the perfectionist in me, I want to make sure that everybody gets it before I'm done, so I won't have to go back and keep saying the same shit over and over again. Because if y'all start saying the same shit over and over again, that's when you get mad, Mike. Okay? That's when you get mad, Mike, when I have to say it over and over again. And what I'm saying to you ain't registered. Okay? That's when you get cussed the fuck out. So I'm saying all that to say this. If I have to see one more motherfucking time, our running backs getting the rhythm and this some of them a bitch decides he want to throw the ball and step back and do a 10-step drop with a motherfucking quarterback who can't run. And we know Jake and Caleb ain't the greatest of all time. Okay, not saying that they terrible, but they're not the greatest of all time in pass protection. We know what they do best. Be big, fat, and disgusting, 7 feet, 300 pounds, offensive linemen. We know what they do best. Okay? They like to punch in you in your motherfucking face. And if I see them going backwards, trying to block, when we went out of our way to smash them in their fucking face, and you do the opposite, say, oh, let me throw a screen to Rory McLeod. Bitch, if you do that shit again, throw a goddamn screen and then a bubble screen to I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay? So I'm saying all that to say this. Raheem Morris, I got it. This is your fault. Everybody gonna point the finger at Zach, but this is happened too many times this year. Our running backs get off to a good start, and we decided we want to not play action. Let me say that it's not play action that the problem we have. We get off to running the ball, and they decide they want to do 5 and 7 step drops. That's a fucking problem for me. Yeah.
I'm black and I'm proud.
So I'm tired of seeing that. I'm seeing that this is a major problem. And I'm going to give Zach Robinson some leeway because his coach should know better than this. That's why he's the coach. You think a guy like, let's just say for instance, Sean Payton. He sees that Alvin Kamara is all look. He's on his in his bag right now. Do you think that and we talking about Alvin Kamara catching the ball out of the backfield? You think that he gonna stop what he doing with Alvin Kamara catching the ball out of the backfield just so he can hand the ball off or give the ball to Marcus Colston? No, he gonna keep giving him the ball. He gonna keep giving Alvin Kamara out of the backfield until you stop it. That's what makes them good play callers. When you see an advantage and you exploit that advantage, and this is what I'm seeing. The Falcons, they see an advantage, a weakness in the defense, and they saying, you know what? I'm not gonna do that right now. Charlie Warner looked like he want to get the ball. This is essentially what they're doing. And that's a fucking problem. And it's been a problem all year long. Has it gotten better? Yes. But I'm gonna need my head coach to get a hold of this. Because it's like I said, it's a year. And like I said, I think the reasonable about a time to get a hold of this is about 3 years. I think you give him a 3-year window where he can really put his team together and his coaching staff together and figure out what he wants. It's about 3 years. But I'm seeing that this is a problem. And it's a problem because he was the assistant head coach with the Atlanta Falcons. So he was sitting right next to Dan Quinn when they was coming up with these things. So he should know better.
You know what's funny though, Mike? the thing I think that irritates everybody is you don't need to trick a team when you're running it down their throat. There's no trickery. And that's what I felt that was. That was, we ran a couple plays. They can't stop it. All right, let's trick them.
Man, my mind went straight to the gutter.
It's fine. It's fine because
you having sex and decide, you know what? I want to put it in your ear.
And then all of a sudden, this is a mishap.
Like, whoa! You gonna put it where? In my ear? No.
Right.
This is the equivalent what the Falcons just did.
Yeah.
You having fun, everybody smiling, and everybody, and all of a sudden, I want to put it in your ear. Hold on, what?
And then you get mad. And then you get mad when you have a misfire and it ends up in your nose.
Yes.
I was not expecting that analogy. What in the entire? I hear in your ear, up your nose. I'm about to say y'all been watching too much Full Metal Jacket.
I knew where Mike was going. I knew exactly where he was going.
Look, I saw you things that people can relate to. Okay, and everybody can relate to that.
If anybody's ever seen Full Metal Jacket, when he said in the ear, I just thought about that one scene. Sergeant, what is it, Sergeant Powell? You think this is funny? How about I gouge out your eyes and skull fuck you?
Yeah. It is. Yeah. Now I'm gonna say this because William may be talking about Denver. Let me tell y'all something about Denver. Denver is only as tough as we make it. Because we're playing Sean Payton. How long Sean Payton been with the Broncos? About what? One.
So far, I think this is second year.
But once a year. Let me tell you something. We got to get out of this. We got to get out of this mindset of fear. Now, William Amy, I'm not saying you're afraid, but we got to treat every game as a challenge. The problem with playing teams like the Saints, that's different from every other team that we play, we have too much familiarity. And we play like we have familiarity. Doesn't matter who's coaching us. We play like we are familiar with them. It's only been 1 year where we played like, we just going to stomp a mud hole in these and then we're going to keep it moving. Because it was already established that we were the top dog in the NFC South. Other teams, we don't play like that. We don't play the Broncos that often. So you're going to see a different scheme with that. But as far as this game, what Mike is saying, Raheem got to get out of that getting comfortable when you're up on something.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. We got when Tyler got blown up in that first quarter, all of us were saying, that, and we was trying to say that happens, but that pisses him off. So now you saw the result of it. He was playing like a madman because he was like, I ain't about to walk out of here with that hit on me and everything. But as the game goes on, all you needed was him and Bijan to go down the field. One of them would have gotten the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't need to trick a team that you're ramming it down their throat. They know what's coming and they can't stop it. So why are you trying to trick them? Why? They weren't going to come up. Their coach wasn't going to come up with nothing brilliant on defense to stop their run game. He could have sent the house. It wouldn't have mattered. Because they was already in rhythm. And this is what Mike and K Styles say best, doing too much. Doing too much.
Damn much. That's it. You think it's a secret what Lamar Jackson does? No. The nigga goes, they hike the ball out of shotgun, hold it for 15 seconds. He looks left, he looks right, he goes front, he goes back, and then he throws to a tight end that's wide open. This every game. Every game, it's the same exact thing with Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And why do you think it works? Because they don't switch it up.
Now this right here. Yes, they are better. They are better than the Saints, but you got to understand something. Falcons and Broncos don't have no familiarity. The only familiarity we got with them is Sean Payton. And the difference between Sean Payton is you're not playing the Saints, and Sean Payton ain't playing the same Falcons.
Like,
Every
hey,
game we got to do our job, not just the game that we lost or the next game we think it's going to be tough. Everybody thought Philly was going to be tough. You saw how we played that game, right?
mm-hmm,
You got to do your job, no matter who we
yeah,
play.
Kev, I
yeah.
got a question for you. I got a question for you because this is something that I've been thinking about. Do you think the Falcons are at this point in time they're fascinated with trying to they're trying to implement certain schemes of theirs than they are actually coaching. You know what I mean by that, right? I think at this point in time, because the reason why I'm saying it is because it be at the most random times you decide you want to throw a damn deep pass. You know what I'm saying? Like it be
Mm-hmm.
at the most random time that you want to do things, and then it normally costs us in certain games. And I thought that like this Saints game was a prime example. Even the Seattle, I thought that was a prime because they want to start playing a lot of cover too. So you think they're focused more so on implementing their scheme than they are in the game itself.
Mm,
Um, in some ways you could say that, but I just put it at a simpler point. They took the Saints for granted, plain and simple.
yeah.
Like I said, we you could take the schematics out of it, we can take the personnel out of it. They took them for granted. And what ended up happening was that first half showed a lot. Falcons came out flat, Saints came out with a lot of emotion. Just
Mm-hmm.
like Juan called it at the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That first half was their Super Bowl. That
Right.
first half was their playoff hope.
Mm-hmm. But what Raheem should have done, and this is what people need to pay attention to. I said before the half, I said they're going to run out of steam after the half.
But
I said because when you exert that much energy into one half of a game, you ain't got nothing left for the third and fourth quarter, and that's when Raheem really could have put that blood in them to no end
mhm,
in together. But I believe Mike Raheem is trying to implement in little small increments. He's trying to implement what was done collectively from the teams he came from after leaving the Falcons. And
see, but
it's like you see what we are. We play what we are until you want to add a wrinkle to some that you got from another team. And then it's like that don't work. Okay, we need to go back to what we did. By that time the game's over with. Or by that
see,
time we need to recoup in a quarter. And this right here, when King Fuego said, "Now we playing the same Falcons." Well, you do realize how many years he's removed from New Orleans. Second of all, if he was playing the same Falcons, we wouldn't have this record.
mhm.
Y'all got to be very careful when y'all use these loose terms of we playing the same Falcons. If he was playing the same Falcons, we would have the same record that we always have.
Let me put some numbers out for you if y'all don't mind. And this goes back to what Juan said about them coming out there. Okay, the first quarter was 0-0 for both teams, so both teams came out like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Second quarter, Saints outscored the Falcons 17-7. Saints scored 3 points in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when Mike's talking about the implementing of certain schemes and stuff, yeah, they are, and sometimes, and that's where a lot of that kind of getting away from what you're doing well comes from. My
Mm-hmm.
thing is, if you're gonna be experimenting with shit, you do it early in the game.
There you go. There you go. Right.
You do it early in the game. Shit ain't working. Go back to what you normally do.
Yeah.
I would say the first two drives, if you're gonna experiment with stuff, that's the only time you need to be doing it.
Y'all do realize that the first quarter of the game is all about seeing what your opponent is going to react to, right? Y'all do know that,
Mhm.
right? When
Right.
especially when you are newly a team with new players on it, it's all about seeing them first 15 plays is to see what can we get their defense or what can we get their offense to bite on. That's all it is. Once them 15 plays have been done, then they open up the playbook on, okay, we kind of got an idea what they're going to do for the rest of the game. Let's go ahead and do what we was going to do in the first place. They got first 15 plays to just make you jump. See what you're going to do. See if the defense going to react or see if the quarterback is going to throw. Are they going to do run heavy? Whatever. After them first 15 plays, you start to see everybody settle down and they kind of got an idea how the game's going to go.
Right. Now, I got some more numbers in here, and this kind of gets to where we talk about, and like you said, Jew is in here, so this goes to what Jew said. We outgained them offensively 468 to 365,
Mm-hmm.
73 plays to 52,
Mm.
Mm,
25 first downs to 14,
mm,
35 minutes to 25 minutes time of possession.
mm,
So offensively, really the biggest issue that came with that game was just not taking advantage of certain situations.
mm-hmm.
Where we saw in the previous game offensively, where they was aggressive on fourth down, they kind of
Uh-huh.
scaled back this game.
Yeah.
Now don't worry about y'all. We're gonna talk about the defense here in a little bit now too, because
Uh-huh.
we
Oh
still
yeah.
got some major problems that we need to address here. But like you said, outside of your way, cool. And like I said before, your way, cool he gets a lot of blame for this loss, but he doesn't get all of it
No, he didn't.
because you had 73 plays on offense, almost 500 yards of offense, and you came up with 17 points.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Just,
Yeah.
just, just think about that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that the Falcons were moving the ball. But
Mm-hmm.
what do we always say?
I
You
don't
want to
know.
score a touch. You want to score touchdowns.
And K Styles, question: how
But
many of those drives had to come back because of penalties?
it was a couple big plays that came back on penalties. One of them was a phantom call on Chris Lindstrom. I still couldn't believe that one, but then you
That
Yeah, that
had
was bull crap right there.
that
you had
Totally.
Jay Matthews. Jay Matthews had that big one that came back too.
see what I'm saying? That's where Juice says one or two plays can change the game. And see, yeah, that's that right there. Because guess what happens? If we don't get penalties on
Mm-hmm.
those plays could have resulted in a touchdown. You see what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
have the offense where we can go down the field and get in the red zone and score. What teams and what officials are gonna do now is minimize those drives. So if you are gonna be antsy and cause penalties, you're gonna kill those drives. You notice the
Mhm.
biggest penalties come on the drives where we getting ready to score. You do know that, right?
You know what made Mike Tyson so dangerous?
That uppercut.
They got that hook. That
That
hook.
hook and that uppercut.
Mhm.
You're right, but what made Mike Tyson so because he was so fast, he was so quick, you couldn't see it coming.
Mm-hmm.
That right there is the thing. The Falcons are so athletically gifted with so much talent. You don't realize that you could actually they can punch you, they can deliver you that uppercut. They got two running backs that could give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, they do the Floyd Mayweather running around the damn ring 15 say, hey, giggling and laughing. Hey, you can't catch me. You can't catch me. You can't catch me. Why are you doing that?
Mm-hmm.
You got
Right.
200-300-pound guys that love beefing. They love fighting. That big ass bear that Caleb McGarrett, I don't think people realize how big this dude is. That dude is a fucking problem. And Chris Lindstrom is a fucking bully.
Right. In boxing,
Tyson never changed who he was. He was exactly who he was.
right. In boxing, if I got you on the ropes, it's not my job to let you catch your breath. It's my job to knock you out.
Right.
Mike Tyson kept pressing, and only certain guys who had certain skills could handle Mike because they have the size and the speed and the gift to be able to kind of keep him at bay. And typically that's with size. But the thing is that the Atlanta Falcons, they changed Dave Stripes.
Mm-hmm.
You changed who you were in that moment, and that's the problem that we have. That's the problem that I'm seeing.
I like this phrase. I like Hucklebuck. I like this. He said, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. This team needs to determine what it is they want to be and commit to that path.
Absolutely.
We are filthy, nasty, dirty birds.
This is exactly what you've been saying. They haven't chosen an identity. You know, when you play Madden and you play Madden and you playing a coaching style, they give you a different type of mindset that you want to be. Either you want to be this or you want to be that. Like even if you play old video games like NFL head coach, you want to be aggressive mind, or you want to be like you have to pick the Falcons haven't picked who they want to be. Y'all just want to be everything.
Mm-hmm.
See, but that's the problem when you have a whole bunch of Ferraris and only one driver.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, what people got to understand, the Falcons' identity is actually this. The passing game is the jab. The run game is the uppercut. That's what that is. The jab keeps you on your heels. The uppercut is what takes you out. So when you see guys in the ring backing up, when we pass the ball, we backing up the corners, or if they come up, what we do, we make them back up. They bring the corners up, what we do, throw it over their head, they'll back up. When they back up, we go for the body shot, then the uppercut. Because why? Your midsection is open. Think of it like that. Every time they brought them corners up, what did Kirk do? Then you throw over their head, and that's when Kyle's in the middle of the field, or you get Drake London, or you get Ray, or you get Mooney. When they bring them corners and safeties up, that's when you do that. When they back off the line, what you do? Bijan, Tyler. Why? Because they can't stop the run. Ain't enough of them in the middle. So if you know that, you're not trying to start the game with a haymaker. All you want to do is back them up, and then you use the run game. When you see that uppercut is working, you keep using it. You don't go back to the jab.
You know what the Atlanta Falcons are? I'm gonna make this as easy to figure this out. All right, the Falcons are Justin Fields.
Damn.
They are Justin Fields. Justin Fields believes that he's the greatest quarterback of all time because he can throw the ball 70 yards down the field. Not knowing that if you implement certain aspects of your game, learning how go through your progressions, using your athleticism to make plays and extend the play, being more accurate, being a better teammate, all of that. You got all the gifts in the world. You got all the skills in the world. Falcons don't this Falcon team is probably the most skillful in the NFL. I don't know another team that has more skilled players than the Atlanta Falcons. They are that gifted on offensive line and the skill positions. They are the most gifted. But they haven't. They believe in their head they can do any and everything, and that's what actually holds them back. This is why it's Justin Fields. Justin Fields believes that he can do everything. He has the ability, he has the skills, but what is he lacking? The mentality. That's what the mentality is what makes you great. It's not the skills that make you great. It's the work ethic that makes you great.
Mm-hmm.
It's the mindset. Why you think Muhammad Ali? Everybody say he was a master of none, but the motherfucker was damn near impossible because his will and his heart. You could not you could not destroy his mentality.
No,
He
you
was a
could.
fucking machine. There is no style he could not conquer because he had it made up in his fucking mind that you're not going to beat him. He would rather die on the fucking ring than have you beat him.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali was that damn great.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because he had the mindset. He didn't have a great uppercut. He didn't have a great jab. He wasn't the fastest in the world. Because he had the mindset that you're not going to beat him. He would rather die in the fucking ring than have you beat him. Him and Joe Frazier was in the fucking ring, and that man refused to quit, even though he was not there. His body was done. And this is what you have to have in order to become great. You have to have the mindset that no matter what happens in the game, and no matter what point in time in this game, I'm gonna run through a motherfucker face. This is what made Ray Lewis great. Ed Reed. This is what made Troy Polamalu, all these guys great, because they would rather run through a fucking brick wall to make that tackle than have you pick up that fucking first down.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand with that mindset, Mike. For one thing, Muhammad Ali, he trained for every situation. Palomalu and them, they train every situation. Jerome Bettis and them, they train for every situation. So it didn't matter who came what. They found a way to get around their obstacles. When you got that mindset, you're gonna study everything. You're gonna study everyone, and you're gonna train to see whose weakness is what. If I'm facing this dude today, let me find out his weakness. That's why Jesse Bates is as good as he is. He'll tell you, I sit there and study film because I need to know my opponent's weakness. Every game. And that's what Mike's saying about, Muhammad Ali. He studied all his opponents.
Every aspect of those guys. He knew he knew their weaknesses. And this is until the Falcons obsess over figuring out and trying to figure out what their opponents are, they're going to always have this issue.
Right. All right. So we kind of did a lot on the offense right there. Make sure everybody go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to Mad Mike Sports, y'all definitely go ahead and do that. Definitely appreciate the moderators that's in here as well as the members. Get a couple of these comments before we start talking about this defense, because I think this defense is definitely going to need a bit of a conversation. So how would you compare Zach's first year calling plays compared to Johnson and Slovic in their first year calling plays? Respectively, I think he's subpar.
No, he's not subpar. He's just not experienced. And that's what the mindset. He's doing a wonderful job at the play call. But what the thing is, you need to be, in order, for one, you have to have things in place. If you look at Slovic doesn't run that team. We know who run that team, and there's no mistake about who team that is. We know who run that Texans team.
D'Amico Ryan.
That's it. We know D'Amico. D'Amico's like, look, this is our identity. We're going to do this. This is Texans football right here. No, make no mistake about it. They're gonna run the football and they're gonna play hard defense. Ain't no identity. It ain't no identity crisis with the Texans. So it's easier for an offensive coordinator to call plays because he knows it's going to. If he come out throwing the ball 15 times without running the ball, D'Amico Ryan's going to be looking at him like, all right, calm that shit down over there. Run the fucking ball so my defense can get. You know what I'm saying? He's not having that.
Right. Going on, jammers, what's happening? Barbarian says okay to have balanced identity. It's knowing when to lean on one and spare the other. That's it. But the thing about it, the thing about it is, it within the football game, there's what we call ebb and flows, to where the moment is going to tell you where you need to go.
Exactly.
Like you said, like you said, just use for example, the last 5 minutes of the game. Yeah, Falcons down by 3. You would think, okay, then we got to get down there and score. Did they try to throw down the field? No. The Saints were willing to give up the deep ball to give up the run game. And what did the Falcons do? They ran behind Lindstrom and they ran behind McGarry and they ran their asses all the way down the field because the ebb and flow of the game at the flow of the game that time said run the damn ball.
Yeah.
This right here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The greatest play callers have they have a feel for it's not even the right plays. You have a feel.
Yeah.
Anybody can call plays. And
Yeah.
that's why you guys that's what Bobby Sloyd, that's why he is who he is.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, everybody has a design. Everybody when you're offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, when you first get in the league, they don't really know you like that. Yeah, you're gonna have success because they're trying to get familiar with it. So when they get familiar with all your tricks,
yeah.
Oh, I should have known they put that on there.
Well, see, Mike, that goes for coaches too, because that's what made Belichick who he is. That's what made Andy Reid who he is. Situational football. You the greatest coaches and greatest play callers, they're the ones where we're gonna call this play, but it's based on what the defense has been giving them for like the past 5-6 minutes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? See, it ain't like the players on the field. They have to see it play by play. But when you're up in the booth or you may be on the sideline, it's how long have the defense been playing this certain kind of formation, a certain kind of scheme? What have they been stopping us with? And that's when you get into that situational thing. They know if you watch that game, Kansas City ain't been beating people by 30, 40 points. Andy Reid just know how to put certain calls in situations.
A fullback dive 15 times in a row if you can't stop it. He don't care.
Right.
But I'm glad you saying we're saying this, because now let's go to the other side of the football. Let's start to have that conversation about the defense and where the lacking of it is coming through in certain parts of this game. So Juan, I'm gonna let you run point on this question here.
Got you.
What do you think is the biggest issue with the defense right now? What do you think is the biggest issue, and how do you feel about the guys that we have now?
Okay, well, based on last game, remember, Troy Anderson was back. Okay, but what's the problem is the mentality on the entire defense. Reason I say that is this: we put Troy Anderson in. We know he just came back, but we were flat in the beginning of the in the first 2 quarters. And even Raheem has said it himself. We cannot afford to come out flat in the first 2 quarters on defense and then all of a sudden tighten up. Kev gave you the numbers. You see the points that were scored in the first half versus the second half. Why are we tightening up? Why are we tightening up in the second half and squeezing teams to a field goal or maybe 10 between 3 and 10 points in the second half, but we letting them run them up? Number one, the defense don't like to come out aggressive or disciplined. I've said this before, and y'all need to pay attention to it. When Atlanta Falcons defense plays aggressive, we hit people hard. Go look at the second half of that game. Look at the second half of that game, how them safeties and corners was hitting Kamara. Kamara got hit so much he ain't want no more. But the first half, they were doing that passive stuff. This defense, our defense is known for putting players off the field. But what happens is a lot of times when we're in that mode, we get penalties. What they try to do is the adjustment is, hey, kind of back off a little bit so we don't get penalties. That defense needs to come in there and just be the bad guy. I want my defense to come out the gate. You know, if you get the ball, okay, just know we hurting half of your team on purpose, because that sets a precedent, and then all of a sudden that gives the offense that charge. But when you come out flat, now the offense feel like, dang, we got to pick up the game now. It's a mindset. You had the players on the field to make the plays because we did it in the second half. Everybody's jumpy. Settle them down. Gap discipline. Make sure you tackle. Why? Because the way we play in the first 2 quarters is going to give us cushion in the end. We play like we worried about the refs in the first half, to be honest with you. But that's been the theme all season. Why? Because they don't, when the Falcons get aggressive, they call penalties.
Let me look. Look, this is bullshit because it's not that fucking simple as execution. How do you execute? You gotta have a plan, right? You can't just say, all right, go be fat. What the fuck you mean be fat? What was go get fat to mean? So you gotta have a plan. Okay, you can't just say, all right, it's simple as execution. No, it's not as simple as, because you're doing with 3 elements of the game. Secondary linebackers and front 7 and the front 4. So if one element isn't doing their job properly, or they're not qualified in certain aspects to get said job done, it makes everything in itself. And that's why this is why experience and time in the scheme matters. So you can figure out which particular guy is better suited to be in said situation, which is the Atlanta Falcons are dealing with. Which would, one of the reasons why I wanted to have this show is because I'm seeing the biggest problem. And I'm glad you said this, D, because this is the biggest problem with the Falcons. I just gotta say it. These niggas are old. They fat and old, and they lazy. Grady Jarrett is no longer Grady Jarrett. David Onyema is a big, fat, stinking slob who don't want to move in the middle. And the biggest nigga of them all is got better. He looked like he would actually want to win. And that's Eddie Goldman, but he ain't seeing snaps.
Yep.
Judon is old. He look old. I tried to ignore it, but he look old as fuck out there. I hate to say it like that, but he's old. And no, I don't think his career is done, but if we're looking for a pass rusher, the Falcons are looking for a guy that's coming in and going to be the centerpiece of that defense, and he's not that. Troy Anderson is the best athlete. You got a bunch of big, fat, slow, old dudes on defense trying to say go after the quarterback, and it doesn't work that way. We got too many, and this is why Brandon Dulles and Rook and all those guys are not seeing this because our young athletes ain't youngin'. They look old as fuck too. I sat there and count how many times have we actually sat and looked at the defense and see them playing patty cake with motherfuckers. One offensive line, not 2 or 3 of them, one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And motherfuckers ain't moved.
But that also goes to what we were saying too about positioning. Let me ask you a question.
Hold on. The reason why I'm saying this, I gotta stop you right. Is because this is why it's going to take time. This is why it's going to take time because you got to figure out who's the best athlete on this defense. I think we all know it's Troy Anderson.
Yeah.
When he's your best he's your best athlete, and he's a linebacker and not an edge or a defensive tackle. They know that too. So everything gonna come out quick and fast because you can't a lot of teams are basically out after. And I'm gonna make up a word like Sam be making up. They off athleting us.
Yeah.
Front. That's why Judon doesn't have time because Judon is not the best of athlete to begin with coming into the league. He's an effort guy. And what the Falcons need at this point in time, they need an athlete, and we don't have it. I'm sick and tired of looking at Arnold Ebiketie playing patty cake and spinning around like he a fucking Ninja Turtle or something. Okay?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You play Ninja Turtles, and all you had to do is press that one button.
Yeah.
But you know what, Mike? Let me ask you this: when the last time you seen a senior citizen run a triathlon?
You got to be more aggressive. That right there, like there are certain things that you can bring out those athletes, and we're not doing it because we're playing in these basic ass schemes. These songs, like you don't expect a guy to be a great athlete, and you saying him, "Hey, stay right here for half a second, and then you go run."
See,
he called crash. We talk about Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, because the thing is this, and I was saying this to K Styles and them while we was at the playground. A lot of times, Judon and Caden Ellis, those are what you call go get the quarterback, and that's all we need you to do. You shouldn't be covering shit. You need to go get the quarterback.
He's not the great athlete, so it makes when you're comparing him to a Troy Anderson, these guys are special athletes. Like I don't want people to think that Judon isn't trying because he is. He's not that great of an athlete. So when you put him up against great athletes, it looks as though he's not trying, and that's not the case. The thing is, he was never that to begin with when we talk about an athlete.
Judon is an effort guy.
He had somebody helping him. Go look at the Patriots. He was good on the Patriots because somebody else was doing the job that he didn't have to do. He did one thing. He went straight for the quarterback. He wasn't covering. He wasn't going sideline to sideline. He was going straight. They would put him in certain positions on the field. He would go straight at the quarterback. Just like Caden Ellis used to go straight at the quarterback. Got other guys around him.
See, the problem is with Judon, the problem is Ebiketie ain't took the next step.
No, he has not.
See,
there. Yep.
See the type of pass rush, the type of guy that Judon is. Judon works well when he has somebody opposite of him who can lure the prey to him.
Lure the prey to him. Yep, that's exactly. That's perfect. That's a perfect way to put it.
See, Braylon Trice, and this is why I say it's kind of upsetting.
I know where you're going.
Braylon Trice was the guy that they was hoping to be. They may have hoped to be that. I don't know for sure, but really the problem is, like you said, Ebiketie ain't took the next step. This This is why you're seeing more D'Angelo Malone out there now because they can't get Ebiketie going for some reason. He's not
Yep.
getting to that next level.
Yep.
If you're going to run Dan Quinn's defense,
Yeah, run it right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. But see, the thing is though, the thing we've been telling y'all, the thing we have been telling y'all for so long, like people got the biggest, they got the biggest problem. When one man does not do his job, everybody has to compensate.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. You not fooling no offensive coordinator with Judon. Judon got red sleeves on. They see him coming 2 days prior. You not
Yeah.
gonna hide Judon. Just stop it. You're not gonna hide him. So you need to have somebody run somebody out the gate, and then Judon to go get him. You not gonna hide him. Get that man some grace. You're not gonna hide him. The man he's wearing red sleeves in 98-degree weather half the damn time. You're not gonna hide him.
Nah.
You're not.
If we're putting this puzzle together right here, and this is just my guess. The biggest issue right now with this Falcons defense is Arnold Ebiketie and the lack of progression that he's making.
Yes. He's the biggest issue. He's the biggest issue. And it's forcing everybody else to be in positions that they're not built for. Zach Harrison. That's why you don't see a lot of Zach Harrison, because he was built to be the guy that was supposed to be opposite of that edge guy. That's the thing. He's supposed to be the Judon of that defense. But when you don't have Ebiketie and then you lose Braylon Trice, the guys that were supposed to be those athletes for us, this is what you get. You get guys trying to fit into certain spots where they were never built to begin with.
And keeping Ryan Nielsen wouldn't have made any difference, because again,
He's trash. He doing up. Look, if y'all don't stop that bullshit with his Ryan Nielsen, he ain't doing shit there either.
Right. That's what I'm saying. What y'all got to understand is this. If you notice, when you got players that are missing, you still have to put people in positions to maximize what you got. You notice when we move Grady out and move Grady around, it changes up the defensive scheme. I hate to tell y'all, they got film on us. So it ain't no surprise what the defense is going to do, what the offense is going to do. It's what can they stop. They got film on us by now. Is that we over halfway through the season. So you're not gonna fool nobody with this defense. What we have to do now is make second half season adjustments, because everybody's gonna see us coming.
So
they know what our weaknesses are. They know what we can run and what we can't run.
So let me ask.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
All I'm saying is he got 8.5 sacks there because he got two mean defensive tackles in the middle of the fucking that he doesn't have to. So it's not just like Dan Quinn's system. It's the players that are around him. He had more opportunity to win one-on-ones.
Because all the damn pressure is in fucking middle.
And to prove Mike's point, I'm gonna name one player. We had more sacks when we had who? Calais Campbell. Why? Because Calais Campbell took up 3 men in the middle of the damn field. This is what Mike is talking about. If you had a Braylon Trice or whatever, you would probably have more sacks and more pressures. Not having Calais Campbell, guess what? You got this right here.
Probably ain't nobody scared no David Onyemata, and David Onyemata is getting replaced by Taquan Graham. Motherfucking thing.
Well, let me say it like this. I'm gonna put this in a better term, and I think everybody watching here can agree with me on this. You're running a 3-4, but majority of your defensive linemen are 3 techs.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
You don't have you don't have a traditional 0 or 1 that can push the pocket up the middle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nobody's
You have,
afraid on your mama. None.
you have,
Nobody.
like you said, you have a bunch of three techs, and kind of going back to what I think it was Hucklebutt that said earlier. If we was running a 4-3, this probably be a different defense just for the simple fact is you got all those three techs.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why I disagree with that because the beautiful thing about a 3-4 is actually the linebackers. We have the linebackers, but the thing is and we have the edge guys. But that's what we going back to on Ebiketie. What makes the 3-4 that great is not actually the three defensive linemen. It's actually the outside linebackers that make the 3-4 special.
Mm-hmm.
And our guys aren't being special. Okay, on the Ebiketie ain't Ebiketie. Okay,
But
he's not. That's
see,
what goes back to being the athlete. So we do have the personnel to run it, but when you don't have your athletes doing what they should be doing, it makes everybody else's job that much more difficult because you
see,
don't have the athletes. You gotta have an athlete in a 4-3 or a 3-4. That's why it's called weak side and strong side.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter where if it's on the 3-4 or the 4-3. Okay, don't matter. I hate to tell y'all, but you're wrong on that. It don't matter if it's the 3-4 to 4-3. It's still the strong side and the weak side. You gotta have somebody who's gonna beat that one-on-one. Y'all can be out here playing a 2-4-5. That shit won't matter because you still need your guy to win that one-on-one athletically, and we're not getting that from Honor Ebiketie.
Mm-hmm.
One game he's this, and then one game he's disappearing. This has been the issue. I hate to tell everybody they're wrong, but you're wrong. It don't matter what system we in. If you can't beat your one-on-one, what good is a fucking scheme if you can't get past a guy like Caleb McGarry or for whoever the case may be? If you can't beat your one-on-one and you an edge scout, what fucking point is running a defense? It don't matter if motherfucker the 4-4-5 or whatever the fuck defense. That shit don't matter because you can't get past that one guy. You need players that can consistently beat their one-on-ones. That's the issue, and the Falcons don't have that defensively. With their front seven, they don't have it.
But
Now,
they're constantly doubling Grady, so you pretty much take him out to play majority of the time.
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. Because and see, that's why we were trying to put big men in the middle. Because here's the problem. And one thing, Chuck Smith knows this better than anybody. Your lack of athleticism is one thing, but your lack of technique is something totally different.
That boy, whoever Kareem was that played in yesterday's game, I saw more. I saw more promise out of him than I saw Ebiketie in that game.
Because
And
Ebiketie don't use his techniques.
I'm not even telling you. I like number 92. I was like, wait a minute, I know Ogun Deji ain't back. And they said Kareem. I like, who the hell is this?
Mm-hmm.
But he was out there making plays too. So
Yep.
Yeah.
the problem is, and like you said, James Smith Williams, he's out there, he's making plays as well. We got a lot of high profile edge rushers that are not really making plays, and we got some no names out here out playing them.
I say put them in. See, one thing you can't get comfortable with is lazy experience. Yes, Ebiketie is experienced. He's got experience, but he's lazy. He's not using his technique. Grady's not the biggest, but Grady got a technique that'll put you on your ass every time. Every time. That's why they double him.
Effort and athleticism, and that's the thing. Changing this shit to a 4-3 and not gonna change Ebiketie's effort. Y'all, we gotta stop the bullshit. Beating around the bush. Change this shit, changing the format of the scheme of the defense ain't gonna change the effort in getting after the quarterback. Period. Stop the delusion. Stop listening to these fucking morons that be on Twitter showing y'all these. Oh, this is better defense in the 4-3. No, it's not.
Nope.
Because you still got to win your one-on-one opportunities. That's what the greats do. They win their one-on-one battles. Period.
The reality of it is at the end of the day, Ray Lewis said it best. I wouldn't be able to be the guy I had without them big hogs in front of me.
Yeah, right. And do you think Saragusa was dosey doing anybody? Saragusa was putting people through their house every game.
Him and Big Haloti Noda.
Yeah.
Nada, Sam Adams, yeah, like you
Sam
said,
Adams.
they had, yeah. But like you said,
Again, y'all, everybody's wrong when it comes down to whether the scheme don't matter. If you don't have guys who can beat one-on-ones, you can change the scheme all day, every day, and that shit ain't gonna change nothing. It don't matter.
look, I say it like this, whether it be 3-4-4-3, I don't give a fuck. If you gotta go with a 4-4 for all I know.
Okay. Since everybody want to be on this change the scheme thing, then what is Philly's excuse? If that's the damn case, because their rationale was put a bunch of big players up front and then we got it. No, you still got to have technique and athleticism because Caleb McGarry was mauling them niggas on it. So what? No. So because I mean, if that's the case, then switching the scheme, then shoot, right now we should have a top one defense. And Philly should have a perfect season because they got all them big slobs up front. No. You still got to have technique and you still got to have athleticism. It don't matter.
Yeah. Everybody's an athlete in the NFL.
That's what they get paid for.
Y'all missed one key word though. It's all about consistency.
There you go.
Yep, you got to consistently be able to. Yeah,
We got to consistently. And the thing about, like you said, it is, like you said, for me at this point, like you said, if he, like you said, 3-4, 4-3, I don't give a damn. The thing about it is you gotta do whatever. Like you said, if they cannot get to the quarterback the way they are, they're going to have to take chances.
Yeah. You got to be aggressive.
Playing 10 yards off the wide receiver while you can't get no pressure is a recipe for disaster.
Right.
In this past Saints game, the two big plays that New Orleans hit on was on some zone coverage shit that they couldn't get no pressure off of. Justin Simmons got his ass beat on the first one, and AJ Terrell got beat on the other one.
Yeah.
See, the biggest is like you said, the biggest problem is, and we talked about it earlier. When we start these games off, like you said, I don't need to see AJ Terrell and Mike Hughes playing 15 yards off the ball.
No. They need to be closer to the line of scrimmage.
That's bringing back Jason Webster, D'Angelo Hall days right there. I still got PTSD from that shit. Now, if you're not being able to get pressure stuff, where's the safety blitzes?
Yeah, that's what easy.
Where's the linebacker blitzes? Where is those defenses where you're going to actually have to put pressure on those corners to go man one-on-one, man-to-man? Bring more that they can block.
I heard Greg Olsen say something during the game. He was like, "Well, the Falcons are pressuring the ball." When I heard him say that, I was like, "Yeah, that right there is the issue." When you hear a football player, and particularly he plays on the offensive line, an extension of the offensive line, and Greg Olsen, tight end. When he's saying that the Falcons are blitzing more, That tells you what they need to do. So the thing is, a lot of the issues isn't just changing formations; it's just changing your attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they because let's just say if they do switch to a 4-3, if they still not getting pressure with their front four and they're playing back and they're playing back, you got the same damn situation.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Because guess what? Offensive coordinators are gonna say, "All right, start dinking and dunking." They're gonna get between the DBs and behind the linebackers. They're gonna have that little space right there. And the thing
I think
when you covering, I can't run 5 yards to you and then cover you. Because by that time you just make one body movement and I'm done.
and
I'm
think
done.
about it and think about it like this. You playing a 4-3. Your starting linebackers are gonna be Caden Ellis, Nate Lambert, and Matthew Judon.
Mm-hmm.
And the spacing is so much more different with a 4-3 and a 3-4. That's why it's easy.
Mike, I want you to I want you to think about that. If you switch this to a 4-3, your starting linebackers
No, I
is
don't want to. I don't want to think about that. I really don't. I don't.
you
Yeah,
got
make
Caden
nauseated.
Ellis, Nate Lambert, and Matthew Judon. Those would be
No,
your
no,
starting three linebackers.
nah, bro. I'm good on
Yeah,
that.
you got literally you're gonna have three linebackers that can't have to cover a lot of space.
A lot
Right,
of space in the 4-3. The
right,
4-3 linebackers have to be great athletes. They
right,
have to. They must.
right.
So now, oh my God, that's oh Jesus Christ.
But K Styles, you
You know
said
a guy
something.
like you know that Sean Payton will eat that shit alive.
Look, I don't even want to think about it. I ain't even. I don't even want. But you know what, K Styles? You
What's
said
up?
exactly what they did in the second half. That's exactly what we did in the second half. We blitzed the shit out of them because Derek Carr was throwing the ball all out the way. Why? Because we were making sure he knew, okay, they coming to get me.
Man, oh my God, this right here. No, boy, no, I don't want to see that. No,
No, look, man, look. We look. When I seen Judon chase that dude down into the end zone at one time, I was like,
no.
why is he there? That
So
Y'all
think
scared me.
think changing to a 4-3 is the answer? No, 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 no.
I want you
Mm-mm.
no look no. I'm gonna put a picture like this. I want everybody to look at a square or a rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to split that into thirds.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much space that each linebacker has to cover. Am I correct?
Yep. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sir.
Now, if you
And,
played
and
it a 3-4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
And,
less space that the linebackers have to cover. But like
Yes.
I said, man, what do I know? I'm just a
no,
fan
no,
that just
no,
like to
no,
watch the
no.
Falcons.
K Styles, I'm gonna make it simple for you. For all y'all geniuses out there, what K Styles said, it's a rectangle without round corners. For all y'all think that corners are round, that's what he talking about right there.
Hell, yeah, Blackberry said Troy, but hell, right now Troy can't stay on the damn field.
You can't stay
But
on
you got to
defense
think he's
water.
fresh off an injury.
He's fresh off an injury.
Fresh off
He
an
can't stay on the
injury.
field right now.
The
So like,
hell? The movement that ain't happened.
Look. I'm gonna tell you right now. You hurt yourself bad, and I tell you to go out there and run full speed all day long. You gonna hurt yourself again.
because cause like I said, Caden Ellis can't cover for shit. Nate
No,
Lamb,
that's not their
damn
job.
Joe can't cover. It's not their job.
That's not
It's
their job.
not their job.
Let me ask y'all a question. Then y'all gonna go out there and breathe underwater? Let me know how that worked for you.
You got one linebacker that has some kind of coverage range, and that's Troy Anderson, and he can't stay on the field.
Right.
So, like I said, this will be another question that I'll be asking y'all. Do you think it would be better for them? Do you think this would not have been an issue if Hitman Helms didn't get hurt early?
Possibly.
Absolutely. Yeah, because you can play. You can, for one, you'll be able to save. Uh, one of those linebackers, and particularly you'll be able to play Caden a little bit more as an edge guy, where he needs to be close to the line.
Mm-hmm.
Because Helms is an incredible tackler. He's a beast in the middle at tackling. That's where he excels.
Mm.
So the thing is, and I'll get to Zero saying about Justin Simmons, but the thing about that, like a lot of the guys that we see on the edge, those guys will be, for one, they'll be I'm gonna say healthier, but they'll definitely have more stamina towards the end of the game and be able to finish games.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the thing that we're seeing. Our depth is it does work. We are seeing the fruits of the depth, but the thing is like I said, losing Braylon Edwards, good God Almighty, I sound like Don right about now. Losing him, Braylon Trice, like it, and now we lost Lorenzo Carter. Like a lot of these guys are forced to be in positions that they weren't supposed to begin with as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you asking about Justin Simmons? Nah, he's not looking old out there. Like you said, he got beat on that one play, but outside of that,
Yeah,
what Justin Simmons' role has been on this defense right now was he's pretty much allowing Jesse Bates to play
to be
around,
yes,
play
to
the
be.
rover. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And make no mistake, man, you got good players. They're gonna get beat sometimes. That's just what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's what happens. You good players are gonna get beat.
He's the deep man. He's the deep man. He allowed Jesse
Yeah.
Bates to roam. That's what
Right.
happens when you got a guy like
Right.
Jesse Bates. Man, he's so special. It's like other
Yeah.
guys got to take a step back from their
Mhm.
particular roles.
Can
Mm-hmm.
I make a basketball analogy right quick?
Go ahead.
It's like Chris Bosh with LeBron James.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
Chris Bosh was a 2010 scorer in Toronto, All-Star, All NBA player. Went down to Miami with LeBron. He understood LeBron was the better player. What did he do? He played a role and adjusted to his role to make him make to be an asset instead of a liability while
Mhm.
allowing the guy to be the best player that he could be.
Right.
Kevin Love did the same thing. Like Kevin Love was a monster in Minnesota. Like we know that boy. He was my favorite player, man.
2020 guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, so Justin Simmons not really old, like you say, he's just covering the back end. He's one of the major reasons why a lot of teams really don't try them deep like
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
But like you said, this past Sunday, this was the first time they got caught flat-footed on deep passes. And
Mm-hmm.
the thing about it is 20% of they pass. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Like 90 yards. Yeah, about 27% of their passing yards came on two throws.
Yep. So it's not as bad as we taking it. It's just those bad moments that's etched in our brains that we focus on.
Yeah. Yeah. We win the
No.
game.
I'll take that back because my Scanlon had 100 yards. Nah, it was about 35 to 40% of they passing offense came off of two big throws.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually did a lot better than what, like I said, it's just those moments that we remember.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember I said the defense will give up yards to keep from giving up points. That's what y'all got to understand right now. And which it sucks, but the defense is giving up yards so that they don't give up points.
Right.
That's been their thing all year.
hmm And it
They've
showed
given
this
up
game.
yards. They've given defenses enough yards, and then when they get to okay, all right, that's enough of that. We got to lock this shit down.
If you think the Falcons are small, you really ain't been to training camp.
No, bruh, no.
Nate Lamont is not a small dude.
No.
All right, Troy is not a small dude. Caden is not a small dude. Bro.
Nah, those are big dudes right there.
Look, and as short as Tyler ain't no small dude.
Right.
That man's neck is thick as some of y'all thighs out there.
That motherfucker, I'll call him a hammerhead shark. That's what he is.
That
Bruh.
motherfucker is big. So trust me, yeah. Falcons are not lacking any physicality. The thing is we just lacking that one or two guys. I think we're missing. We need to do something about educated. If I were the Falcons, I'll trade him for a 4th round pick just to get him away from his team and start over. Because he's holding back. He's holding back
for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich
and hoping he's gonna finally get it. I'm tired of wishing that this guy take the next step.
He not.
It's like his 34th year. We still waiting on him to become an 8-sack guy. Not a 10-sack, just an 8-sack guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he only did that one time. And he was one of the better prospects coming out of college to begin with. And he still hasn't gotten there.
And Mucho, this stat right here says a lot more than people give it credit for. This is one of those stats that don't show up in the box. 5 or 6 3-and-outs for the defense.
That's why we 6-4, bro. That's why we 6-4. So it's not bad. The thing is, a lot of us want the championship. In order to beat a Chiefs, we gotta play better than this. That's what I think. I don't think we'll win the Super Bowl, but I'm not going to say that what can't be done, because anything can be done if everybody get hot at the right moment in the playoffs.
Well, let's be honest. Let's say everybody pull the mirror out and be honest. When this season started, wasn't nobody talking about a late round playoffs, the Super Bowl. No, we the main thing he said can't come in them doors was we need to win our division first. That was the first assignment. We're basically at the end of that. And then he said anything after that, you want to get into the playoffs. He said, because once we're in the playoffs, anything can happen. That's the assignment we're currently working on right now. We're getting mad because we keep pushing the goalpost. We keep pushing the goalpost.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and start. Yeah, I'm about to say, let's go ahead and start winding this thing down, man. We kind of pushed the 90-minute threshold here. Like you said, man, we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. Like you said, we got a good schedule coming up here for the Denver Broncos game. We got the Lady Birds coming on tomorrow to give you they crash out takes on this previous game, as well as talk about the Broncos. We got the heavy hitters coming up. Everything Atlanta sports. And we got the Wednesday Wicked Tea as well. So, like you said, man, continue to support the family over here. Y'all are family. Like you said, y'all are definitely part of the show. We appreciate everybody tuning in. And as we say over here, we ain't here to play.
Oh no.
We here to stay.
Ooh yeah, dig it.
You ain't gotta go home.
But it's on to the next game.
Too bad we didn't. You know what? I ain't gonna do it. All right, y'all. We out here.
Appreciate y'all.